half a year ago, I did something really crazy. I surprised my fiancé with a trip, to Istanbul. I thought he needed a bit of time off. Yeah, and he really thought that that's the only surprise. But well, he was so happy. So we went to the airport. We went to Istanbul. We had a lot of sightseeing. We had wellness. We had everything. It was amazing. But what I really planned, he had no idea because I planned his biggest wish. Yeah, what can I say? Listen carefully, especially girls. I built my dream man. Oh my goodness, yeah. Jim was not enough, and so I thought, his biggest wish really has to come true. And I don't know, do you remember the video? If not, you can check it out here. And for all who wondering what I did, I surprised him with a beard transplantation. He was so scared, and he really thought that it's a joke. He was looking about secret cameras about a secret show, but it was the truth. And yeah, so he knew me for something like that. And now, I think you're wondering how he's looking now after 6 months. And yeah, it was a crazy time. He's not the same person anymore. He's much more confident. He's he's much more stylish. Oh my goodness, I built my dream man. And here he comes. So, honey,
Hi.
look at it. Oh my goodness. It's insane. So, you thought we only fly to Turkey for sightseeing, for wellness, for something like that. But your biggest wish came true, right?
Y- you told me that we go on a surprise trip. So when we arrived in Istanbul, I thought that's the surprise. And I was surprised.
Yeah. And he was always looking for secret cameras. Also, when I when I said that we only go to a trip, but then
It looked like a hidden camera show. You're right. But how could I know that you're gonna fulfill my biggest wish? You knew that I always wanted to have a full beard because I couldn't grow one. And then you really made it happen. I was speechless, like right now.
yeah, it was one morning. I woke up and I said, "Honey, your biggest wish will come true today. We're gonna make the beard transplantation."
I can still remember it so clearly. She woke me up from my sleep, and I was like, "What is she telling me?"
Very
And
sorry.
yeah, and the first words she said is, "Your biggest wish is gonna get true," or something like this. And I was like, "My biggest wish? Am I still dreaming?" And then she said, "No, no, we have to go. We have to move now." And I was kind of like, "Is it the hidden camera show? Where are the cameras? Where are the people?" Because I was so
His
surprised.
face, his face was.
I was, I was, I, I didn't believe her. I didn't believe her, but w- something in me told me just go with it and look what happens. Yeah, go with the flow because what could happen? So let's wait and see what happens.
Yeah, then the taxi came. The taxi was, by the way, so awesome. Yeah, it was really beautiful. And with the taxi, we went to the hospital, the clinic, to the Hermest Clinic, by the way, because I made a lot of investigation beforehand in the internet. I looked for everything, and they were, by the way, the best clinic I found. And that's the reason why we went to the Hermest Clinic there.
So
And
happy you
yeah,
Hermest. The way there, I mean, you still remember the taxi, right?
Yep.
It was when we travel, usually we just take the bus or something like this. So I knew something was gonna happen because the taxi which picked us up was luxurious and just amazing. So we drove through the city in the morning, and I was nervous because some part of me thought, is this really happening? Is this really happening, or is this a joke? But then, as you said, when we came to the clinic, to Hermest, and the people started getting out of the clinic and greeted us, I was like, this is gonna happen. Do you still remember?
yeah, yeah. he really thought he's in heaven now. Although he really looked by cameras. So is there a secret camera? Is here one or there?
couldn't believe it.
And there was a cameraman too, because they made something for the clinic. I don't know if yeah. And he really thought that that's the secret camera. That was so funny. But yeah. So then he really had, yeah, he saw everything. He saw the doctors. He got all the information there. And the most amazing thing is there were no language
Areas.
problems.
Yeah, no,
because
nothing at all.
you have English or also German, because we are German speaking people. So yeah, really no problem at all.
I mean, at first, the first few moments, I was not scared, but skeptical. But they were so professional and helpful and explained everything. And I went in, we went in, and they talked to me and told me everything. And I got checked at different doctors.
Yeah,
Came
with blood
work,
pressure
yeah,
and
they
everything.
did the tests, they explained it, and I was like, oh my god, okay, my mindset switched, and I was like, I always had this dream, and now it's gonna come true. I
Yeah.
can't wait it now. So
Yeah, and they had a really good look about his hair here, because they went it directly here, and I think you can't see any difference, because there is the donors the donor
the
area,
donor area.
and you can't see anything now. And they looked very carefully, and I really like that. And with these, they decided how many grafts they can take out for the beard. Sorry.
Yeah, for the actually they do this for the hair transplants as well, because the hairs you have on the side usually don't fall out. So when your hair thins out, when you get older, you don't need hairs here, but usually you don't have hairs on top of your head, or
Yes.
in my case a beard.
It's the same if you want to transplant it here or
here. And they gonna tell you exactly, because they are really the experts. They gonna have a look, and they made sure that your hair doesn't look messed up after the transplant. So they assessed and calculated how many hairs can they take, that it looks good, so the beard looks good, and also the donor area looks good, right?
And then everything went so fast. He went with the doctors, so I had to stay outside, unfortunately.
At first, we have to tell you were the one shaving my hair off.
Yeah. It was a crazy feeling.
Okay,
Yeah.
we both felt a bit skeptical there, because you had to like clear the donor area.
Yeah, I had to shave his head. I was so scared, but
You had to know,
he looked really, yeah,
like a criminal.
yeah,
Say,
like,
I look like a
a criminal.
I usually in summer I have really short hair, but never just bald. And I went completely bald, so
Yeah.
she shaved it all. It was
It was different. It was different. But yeah, then he went with the doctors, and everything went so fast. So I waited for 3 to 4 hours outside, where they first of all took all the grafts outside from this area, and then he had a short break.
yeah. After so the first phase of the hair taking out is like they start with the anesthesia, and you get the needles so you don't feel anything. And I was scared about this part, because I thought, oh, maybe it hurts or something like this. After you get the anesthesia, you feel nothing. It's just waiting. You lie there, comfortable, the people's talking to you, checking on you if everything is okay. They take the hairs out, and then we had like a lunch break, so a short break.
Yeah, 30 minutes
Yeah.
break, and then you went in again, and then the
they
work
put
started.
Then they in the break they use the time to lay the hairs out, and then they put each hair separately in, because they have a special technique. I'm gonna blend in the name here, because I'm sure as hell that I can't explain or tell the real words, but they have this unique technique, and it works, and it's also price technique. It's world renowned, so they're really good with it, and as you can see, it works. It really works.
And then he was finished. Then he get all the instruction about washing, about carrying everything about the night, because we had 2 more nights in Istanbul. And yeah, you got instruction. After that, we went to the hotel. So I really recommend, if you also want to do something like that, it would be cool if you have a person who can help you, because I think it helped you that I was with
At
you.
least if there are two people, it's easier.
It's easier.
Yeah.
It's also possible making it alone, But I personally think it was much easier for him that I was
It's
able
also
to talk
nice
to
to
him.
talk to someone when you're in the hotel,
Yeah.
but I think they are so professional. So when you're in the clinic, you're so well looked after because they are all nice and professional. And when you go to the hotel, you just need to rest in the first night. And the next morning, do you remember?
Yeah, we also
Uh,
had to go
The
to
aftercare.
aftercare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went in, and it's obviously the first day after the transplant, and they looked it up. They had the first wash, very gently washed the face and looked if everything is all right. They gave me instructions and the kit I could
Yeah.
take home with everything I needed. And then we just relaxed the final day.
Yeah, we only just relaxed, and then we next day in the early morning we went home. And also, you have to talk about the aftercare. Home, yeah.
The aftercare is amazing because I looked it up on the internet a few years back. That's how you know it. It was a dream of mine, and so many people wrote they felt lost or not cared after. And Hermest is the exact opposite of that because they are in constant contact with you. They ask if everything is all right. You keep sending them photos because they ask, can you send us how it looks, how it's going, and they give you instructions how to take care of it. So most importantly, I have to say, it's the first time I had such a procedure done. So I was
Really scared.
yeah, I was so insecure at home. If I'm doing something wrong,
Yeah. And he was really insecure if the hair are coming back.
are growing back.
Yes, he was so scared.
At
Yeah.
first, the top hair grew back fast, and the donor area was a bit slower. With like you saw, they took hair out, and I was so scared. And I wrote them, and within minutes, I got the doctor's reply, and they said like, "Oh, send us a photo. We look at it." And then I sent photos, and again, a few minutes later,
Yeah.
I had the answer. They said everything's looking fine. You have to give it some time. You have to apply this and that. Use the things I got in the kit as well from them because they prepare everything. So you just go home and use it. And then I had so many more questions.
Yeah.
I wrote them all my questions, and they never once not replied. They just helped with everything.
I
And
think they really thought he's a bit
maybe
crazy,
but
but
they were extremely happy, and I felt safe because I could ask them anything and they tell me and comfort me. So I felt more secure, and the days and weeks got by, the month got by, and now, yeah,
you
it
have
looks amazing.
result.
So I have no more questions. I just do the aftercare and what they tell me, and they look after it. So I send them weekly or monthly photos to keep the progress so they know how it's going. But usually such a procedure takes like a year to see the final results, and I mean it's looking great already, don't you think?
I built my dream, man. And if you're also now interested in making a hair transplantation on the top or beard transplantation, or girls, if you also want to build your dream, man, you can click this link or description below, and there you get much more information about it.
And your
So-
free assessment, that's right.
Mhm.
Because I really like their assessment. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
So, I learned one thing working in a hospital. You are not allowed to wait, because if you're not doing it now, when will you do it?
Do it.
It's your turn.